Trying to get the lighting right.
So, good evening. Happy Tuesday if you're an Arsenal fan. Happy deadline day if you're not an Arsenal fan. We are joined by two veterans of the Arsenal community. They've seen it all. Yeah, and they've seen it all a lot. Well, I would say a lot better. Because
they've seen it all a lot. Well, I would say a lot better.
Yes, what are you saying, man? How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Well, yeah, we'll get into this, won't we, in depth? But yeah, just sums it all up, doesn't it? Really, that we spunk 150 mil on what? Really, it doesn't really.
You're not excited, Jez?
No, sorry, Josh. Sorry, mate. I'm not excited. Sorry about that. But welcome.
You're not excited, Jez. Do you know what? We're going to get into it. But listen, appreciate both you guys coming on a very short notice as well. Appreciate it, man. Kenny, hope you're well, man. Hope you're good.
I'm okay. I've got my Diet Coke. I can now confirm that from now on there are no, paper cracks to paper over. No, wounds to put plasters over. We are a complete open wound now. The football club. The well is now dry. We've tried for the last 10 years to paper over the cracks. We've tried that even after Arsene was dismissed under Unai Emery, and we even tried to paper over the cracks last season in Arteta's first full season. His first full transfer window. His second full transfer window. When we bought Thomas Partey, but right now the well is dry. £150 million. I think we'll save this for the show because there's a lot that needs to be said about this. One thing I will say, I think it's sacrilege to be so defensive of your opinion and your support of a manager that you have the audacity to accuse fans and certain fans and want us to lose just to get a point. I think that's sacrilege, and I think that's an insult. That you have the audacity to do that in order to make yourself feel better.
Kenny, there's a lot of fans within our community, should we say, that seem to think because I sit there and I shout, and a lot of these people are indirecting me. Fact. They indirecting me, they're indirecting you, they're indirecting Jez, they're indirecting other people because they ain't got the balls and the cojones to come out and say the name of the person that they want to talk about. Whereas I just say it as it is. I don't care who I call out. But at the end of the day, I don't necessarily want Arsenal to lose. But as I said to you guys on the podcast the other day, as I tweeted out on Saturday, I said, so we're all Man City today then. I'll take a 5-0 hammering if it means he gets sacked. And lo and behold, I predicted the 2 goals in 20 minutes. I predicted the red. I predicted Jesus running riot. I predicted 5-0. Guess what? We fast forward to Tuesday. He's not been sacked. So, yes, I predicted it. Yes, I said I'd take that. I don't want Arsenal to lose. But if it's for the good and great of us moving forward, cool. A lot of people seem to think that people like us, and I say us, in a loose term, because people will say that we're negative. We scream and shout. We rant and rave. And I'll hold my hands up. I do, mate. This season, I'm not. I'm just going to sit here and laugh all season. I've made it abundantly clear this season that I'm just going to laugh all the way through a watch-along, win, lose, or draw, because for 20 months, this manager has been massively protected, by people that would like to sit there. I think your TV's going, Kenny.
Sorry about it. It's some
I don't want to get done for copyright, mate. That'd top the haters off, wouldn't it? But I've made it clear that, for 20 months, I've not wanted this man. 23, nearly 21 months that I've not wanted this manager. And a lot of people are coming around to that theory now. People were calling me out back in the day, calling you out, Kenny, and even you, Jez. Right, saying that we're doing it for views. No, go and check my most viewed videos. It's the Champions League final. The second most viewed is the semi-final of the FA Cup. I think the third is the final of the FA Cup. I think the fourth is our dear friend Claude, RIP to him, when I did the video about him, which I didn't monetize. I didn't want to make a penny out of that. I would never do that. Other people did. I didn't. Yeah. And if you go all the way through my top 10 videos, I think you'll find a loss at about number 8. And that was Burnley. Yeah. I've done a video with Troops. That's above it. You know, we've done thousands of videos, 2,500 videos on this channel. In the top 10 most viewed, only 1 loss. So it's a very easy stick to beat people like us with, oh, they just want to scream and shout because they want to be seen as controversial. I'm not controversial. I just don't agree with what most of these fans say. That doesn't make me controversial. That means I've got my own opinion and I just don't go with what way the wind's blowing. The same with you guys, yeah? We've seen a lot through this football club. And I see something yesterday, which I wanted to share with you lot and everyone watching. 900 people already. Big up. Smash the likes up, people. We've spent £400 million since Wenger left. Yeah, 400 million. Out of that 400 million, let me come to you first, Jez. Yeah, out of that 400 million pounds, right? Since Wenger left, the squad we currently have that we've actively spent money on, not the Maitland-Niles, not the Smith Rose or Sackers that have come through Hale End Academy and that, yeah. Out of that 400 million of actual spent money, how many of these players would you actively keep?
Good question, man. Very good question. Tierney.
Oh, shit.
Pepe,
yep. Aubameyang, if he actually can turn up and play.
Aubameyang was signed under Wenger, so he don't count.
Oh, yeah, sorry, beg your pardon.
So we've got Martinelli.
Yeah, Martinelli. Yeah, I mean, I would have kept Martinez.
Yeah.
You know. I'll go with that one, Lee. But you know, my jury's still out on it. To be honest with you, man, I can't say more than that. To be fair, it's just the same disappointment, and it is getting disappointing. You know, this window again, and I was chatting with somebody today, actually, a couple of guys today. I went out for a drink with a couple of guys at lunchtime, and we were talking about Chelsea, Tottenham, Man U, Arsenal, obviously, and these guys were actually hard. They're hard. They're the same age as me. Hardened, Chelsea, Tottenham, and they're like, geez, you know, we really feel fucking sorry for you, man. Apart from the Tottenham guy who was taking a piss. And but it's got to that point. We are at the lowest point that I've seen since the 70s. And I really do think we are in deep shit. I do. Arteta, let's get it fucking right. Yeah. Well, I'm probably going to have a few rants tonight, guys. So
no, crack on, man. We're here for an hour. So you guys get a drink, get the popcorn out. We're here for an hour, baby.
Arteta is not going to take us forward. So all you little people out there that think he is, he's not. He is not big enough. He's not strong enough. I don't believe he has the technical ability to do it. And if he is not gone, you know, he's been given a free fucking card at the weekend. Let's be honest. Yeah. If he ain't fucking gone by the end of September, then I don't know what to say about this club, because it clearly says to me there's an agenda between him, Edu, and the rest of these absolute fucking arseholes that are in control of this club. It's proven it today. Yeah. We're proving it today that we're putting these people out on loan. Reece Nelson, Bellend, fuck him off. Get him out. Why the fuck did we give Xhaka a new contract and give him a pay rise? That person should have been gone in this window. He's proved it. Now, I'm going to make a point here. I watched the Aubameyang post-match interview. You could see how seriously pissed off that man was with the rest of the team. And the point he made, we all need to take a big look at ourselves. And he said, me included.
Yeah, he owned up and put his hands up. When's this manager going to own up and put his hands up?
Exactly. And, you know, this guy is a fucking fraud. He's an arrogant shit that is destroying this club, destroying these players. And this new guy, forget his name now, just coming into now. I ask you personally, mate, why the fuck are you coming here? Because this arrogant prick will destroy you. He's destroying Martinelli. Yeah?
Oh, you mean the Japanese lad that we signed?
Yeah, sorry,
he sounds like he's basically an Italian dessert.
Yeah.
Tiramisu. Bro, this guy's not a centre-back. He's not a right-back. He's a cross between both. And do you know what the mad thing is, Jez, yeah? Is that I've seen a lot of the chat, and big up, listen, there's thousands and over 1,000 people watching this, yeah? Make sure you keep smacking the likes up. I've seen a lot of people suddenly going, oh, yes, this guy is the future. This is what this football club wanted, right? The start of this window, and I put a tweet out today, yeah, and I said to you guys in the chat, I've had good conversations with Dan Potts today, my boy in Sevilla, yeah, Jolien, yeah, he's literally half a mile away or a mile away from Bellerin now. Yeah, he can't stand him. I said, bruv, I need tickets for Betis, bruv. Yeah, funny enough, when we was out in Sevilla the other night, where he lives in San Juan, there's a little village just outside of Sevilla, it's pure Betis territory. Yeah, and we were talking to a Betis fan. Yeah, obviously my mate's translating. And he said, he was about 50 odd years old, this guy. He's got a tattoo down his forearm, Real Betis badge. He said, my club's so rubbish, I refuse to go now. Yeah, and the way he was speaking, my mate was translating, was like how we feel and how my boy Jolien feels about Arsenal. It's like, we've seen us be actually decent, but now we've just nosedived. He said, I keep renewing my season ticket, but I give it to my son. He's 29. He'd rather go. Yeah. And I know they've got a bit of a tasty firm, Betis, right? And they love a scrap, right? If Bellerin thinks he's going there for an easy ride, mate, Jesus Christ, yeah? He thinks AFTV are toxic and negative and profit off losses, yeah? He better make sure, because he's making out he was a Betis fan when he was a kid and all that, yeah? If he's a Betis fan, he'll know that he's going to a club that ain't, they'll be chasing him out the ground, mate. Yeah, they'll be cupping that top knot and chopping it off. Like, and then the thing that winds me up with it is, yeah, and I put this in the group earlier. Yeah, let me come to you, Kenny, in a sec, yeah? Right. I put in the group and I spoke to Dan and I've put it on Twitter. We have spent £150 million, yeah? Yes, we've got Joe Willock out. Yes, we've got a little fee for Torreira, 1.5 or whatever it is. Bellen's gone. No obligation or option to buy him, by the way. Then he's in the last year of his contract. Guendouzi and Saliba have gone. Reece Nelson's gone. We've literally got next to no money in, right? We could have done £150 million on Matt Ryan, who wanted to stay at the club. He was a free signing. He actively said the club did not come in for me, and I told him I wanted to stay. I ended up going Real Sociedad. Andre Onana's $6 million. Yes, he's on a doping ban. Allegedly, he done it. We'll cover that base. Yeah, allegedly. Right, £6 million, right? That's now two goalkeepers. Matt Ryan would have been happy playing first fiddle until Onana comes in, then he'd play second fiddle. Yeah, he's happy. He's an Arsenal fan, Matt Ryan. So he would have been happy to have gone second fiddle to Onana. £6 million. You could then put Maitland-Niles at right back, who's being held hostage, by the way. Yeah, when Everton have actively come in and tried to buy him, and he's being held hostage. But if you don't want to put him at right back, you could go with Max Aarons or Tariq Lamptey for around £30 million. Yeah, either one's gone for 30 mil. You've now done 36 mil. You then go and buy Maddison, who actively wanted to come to this football club. Yeah, that's now £106 million. Yeah, you then go and buy Yves Bissouma for 45 mil. You've done 151 mil. You say, yo, Guendouzi, Saliba, upgrade. You're in. Yeah, that there would have been 10 times better window right now. We wouldn't have had to have gone and got a backup goalkeeper because we would have had two competent goalkeepers and we could have been the fraud, the B-Tech Neuer. Yeah. We could have got rid of Bellend. We could have got rid of Xhaka. We would have had Partey and Bissouma. And we could have then also, if we really wanted to push the boat out with the Willock money, gone, yo, Houssem Aouar. that squad there, I think every single Arsenal fan on the fucking planet would have sat there and went, I'm actually really excited to watch that. We could have even kept Joe Willock and instead of getting Aouar and used him as a bench player. Yeah. And Kenny, I want to ask you this, yeah, because I put this out there and I've said to you guys in the group, right? This club has decided to back this manager through rain or shine. And the reason they are buying Project Youth, again with this right back that was 21st on defensive capabilities in Italy last season. Meanwhile, Tottenham are buying the best centre back in Italy. Yeah, right. We bought the 21st best right back, centre back, whatever he is. Right. By doing that, they have actively lowered the standards, played up to the majority. Who will go, oh well, now I can see a change in transfer policy because we're buying youth, which means that we can let Arteta have a bit more time. This club is a fucking shambles, and they are finessing millions of people, and they're playing on the people that will just go with the wind. But what do you make of it, Kay? Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a rant, but
that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. First and foremost, it's got past that now. As I said, you know, in my opening statement, open wound. It's an open wound, and when you have an open wound, you can't put plaster over an open wound. You know, people who, you know, doctors who've, you know, prescribed you medicine, and doctors who've basically said, yeah, you can go to America or you can go to the Far East to get a different course of treatment. They're now abandoning him. You know, people who supported Mikel now want him gone. You know, there's people who, you know, who are prominent on social media who are now beating themselves up. Others and now saying they didn't want to, you know, like I said, fall into that trap of following majority. I say to you guys, don't beat yourselves up. Always remember one thing: it's about the club. You know, there's nothing wrong with you defending your opinion, but the club's got to come first. And in terms of, like, you know, Mikel, it's gone past that. He's got very, very few supporters. There's one person who's an abomination, as far as I'm concerned, and I'm glad that I don't see that person in any podcast whatsoever. You know, he's trying to get likes and retweets to, you know, say, am I the only one who's behind this guy? That's the same person who loves people to follow them so they can, so everyone can, you know, think they're famous. They're few and far between. The majority of people now putting the club first because they're now seeing in their eyes. They're not buying into he needs 3 or 4 transfer winners because he only needs 4th one. They're not buying into the fact that he hasn't had a pre-season and it's only City and Spurs. Some people still say it's only, you know, City and Chelsea. But the situation is those performances were white flag performances, even the performance in West London. So in that respect, he's now run out of 9 lives. But one thing I want to get to, right, is that everyone's talking about Project Youth and you know, trying to help Arteta. Let's not forget, Mikel Arteta is the team manager, and he has got just as overall control over footballing matters in assistance with Edu and Per Mertesacker, the head of the academy. So those 3 men are part of the transfer committee. Those 3 men will decide on player recruitment, player departure, and also they will talk about the finance of things. Obviously, not all of them experts, but they will be asking questions. Said, well, he's not really worth it. Do you really want him that much? I don't want him that much. All 3 men. So this transfer window is down to Mikel Arteta. He's part of the transfer committee. And when people try to absolve him of blame and blame the board, I'm not having it. His title, after he won the FA Cup, was team manager. Team manager means you have overall control over footballing matters, which means transfers, you know, in and transfers out. And what a lot of Arsenal fans need to realise about this transfer window is one player can go into that first team. When you spend that amount of money, you need at least 2 or 3 of them to go straight in the team. You're buying squad players at that amount of money. Squad players, the guy we just bought today, I apologise for my
tiramisu, the Italian dessert that we've just signed.
What's his name? Is it I can't forget. Is it Thomas Sayu? Thomas Sayu. Yeah, Thomas Sayu. No disrespect against him, but he's not going to go straight in our first team.
Yeah.
We need a right back. A right back. Yeah, they're trying to sell the fact that they got Thomas Sayu, who could play defender right back, although Carve Solico says it's a lot different. No doubt people will say Sky hate Arsenal. That's why they come out.
That geezer's a clown, mate. Let's just rewind back a minute, to when that guy sat there, and said we cannot afford Nicola Pepe, and then he was sitting there, and somebody recorded it. We've all watched it. Somebody recorded it going, "Well, they've done clever, structured pay." I listen. Sky sources are HP, and mayonnaise, mate. That's
what I'm saying. But even so. He's saying what's going on here, but it's not just the fact. They're trying to sell Ben White as a cover at right back. We don't want cover at right back. We want an orthodox right back who can play in that position, because not only do we need them defensively, but we need them offensively. You can't just play someone whose preferred position is in the centre half and can play at right back. It doesn't work like that. Now, in terms of Maitland-Niles, that's the same situation. We're getting him there, but he wants to play midfield. Then he wants to play right back. That's by the by. But the situation is, we need a right back. We need a midfielder who can also create chances and score goals. Because guess what? If to qualify for big tournaments like a Champions League and win a league, you need 3 or 4 players score 15 more goals or more. Right. So we're screwed there. And then you needed a midfielder, preferably athleticism. Alongside Partey, they're now trying to say that's a Sambi.
This is the thing with this lad that we've just signed from Bologna. I've seen an account today, and I quote tweeted him. I already had him blocked, but somebody had messaged him, and I thought, oh, let me see who that is, because I thought I was blocked, but it weren't. So I quote tweeted him, and he said he's a 6'2" right back. There's a young up and coming right back in Italy, right? Well, I've not watched the Italian league. I've never heard of this guy in my life, right? But his reasoning for Arsenal buying this guy for 20 million euros and 3 million add-ons was because he is a 6'2" right back that can play at centre back as well. He can play either. He ain't held a position. But because Ben White's not very good in the air, that's clever business, because now we've got a 6'2" right back. Why didn't we just bring fucking Saliba back, mate?
So basically, you bought a 50 million pound player who everyone raves about in England, especially in West Yorkshire and Leeds. Now you bought you paid 20 million on a cover for him. This doesn't make sense. It's mind-boggling, and that's one of the things. I'm just going to leave you one more thought as well.
Go on, mate. Go on.
Remember Spurs 13 years ago under one-day Ramos, when they were 1 point above us, and they were in the same situation, and the only way they were able to hemorrhage this, they waited till October to get Harry in. We haven't got to October. We haven't got to October. The business we've done this window, it's been shambolics. Where's the striker? Aubameyang, Lacazette need cover. Eddie Nketiah is staying at the club only because. Only for one reason. It's because he couldn't agree personal terms with Crystal Palace. The fee was agreed. So he's staying here to do what? To
sit on the bench all season.
To do what?
Let me come back to you, Jez, right? I want to read this out real quick, I'm going to find it because I retweeted it earlier. And big up to everyone watching live. Nearly 1,500 people watching live, Right. This Edu has actually terminated more contracts than he has sold players since he's been here. Yes, some of the players that we've purchased under his watch, i.e. Martinelli, I think Guendouzi was under his watch, potentially. Maybe that was a year after. Ben White, you could say maybe he's better than David Luiz. I don't know. I would have rather have renewed David Luiz, and I couldn't stand Luiz, and brought Saliba in. And then put Maitland-Niles at right back, who wants to play right back. But let me read you this, Paris Saint-Germain make a 25 million offer for Arsenal's Hector Bellerin. We rejected it. Arsenal's Maitland-Niles set for £20 million move to Wolves. We rejected it. Granit Xhaka to Hertha Berlin, 26 million offer. Agent confirms. We rejected it. Palace want Eddie Nketiah for £10 million, but Arsenal want double that. We have basically rejected 80 fucking million pounds, yeah, for them 4 players, right? And listen, add on top of that, Joe Willock's gone for 25. If we had just said, yeah, cool, we're selling them, that's 105 mil. That 105 mil now goes and pays for Max Aarons and Maddison, or Basuma and Odegaard with a bit of change. Whichever way round you want to do it. Why do you think, right, number one, yeah, that we are so shocking when it comes to signing players in terms of starting players? You look at Man City, they signed Grealish, starts now, yeah? Tottenham, they're signing Romero, starts now at centre-back. They've signed, what's his name, Sarr, yeah? He'll start games, yeah, once he gets up to speed. Yeah, they've just signed the right-back, Emerson from Barcelona. He will be their starting right-back. You then go to Man United, they've signed Ronaldo, Sancho, Varane. They all start now. Chelsea has signed Lukaku, starts now. They're going to sign Saul Niguez, starts now. Yeah. Why is it Arsenal sign players that are not starting now, number one? And number two, why is it every other fucking club in this league can sell players like Dan James for 30 million?
Yeah.
30 million plus add-ons. Yeah. Chelsea have sold Bakayoko after loaning the geezer out and getting over 10 million quid in loan fees. They've sold him for nearly 20 million. So they got 30 million back with their loan fees. Plus, yeah, they paid 40 million for him. So they've lost 10 million in 5 years on that guy. Yeah. We're sitting there going, oh, you can have Lucas Torreira for 1.5, an obligation or an option for 15. Yeah. Oh, Granit Xhaka getting a bid for 12. Oh, Becky B, no one to pay for him. So, yeah, we'll loan you, mate. What is it about us compared to these teams that is fucking so bent and backwards, Jez?
Well, Lee, I said this 18 months ago. Basically, Edu, Richard Garlick, Ranite and Arteta are frauds. They have been employed by a person who I honestly would have thought, whether it's Josh Kroenke, Stan Kroenke, we don't know, but they have employed yes men that will just go along with the flow. They're getting paid big fucking bucks, and they don't give a flying fuck. Edu, when he came in, ex-Arsenal, you know, all this, all that, you know, the guy is an absolute person. You know, I was nearly going to say it.
Yeah, I knew what you were going to say.
You know, I said it 18 months ago when these people came here. They are just not good enough for this club. They cannot manage transfers. They cannot manage negotiations. None of these fucking idiots have any negotiation skills at all. If you've been offered £26 million to buy Xhaka, and you cannot see his frailties, his inability to play football in a Premier League team, then that sums it up. And I'm sorry, the other thing is, Mertesacker, you, mate, are doing something seriously fucking wrong. Seriously fucking wrong. Because at the end of the day, I put a lot of the blame on you as well. Now, Arteta, we know how incompetent he is, so there's no point talking about that anymore. He's proved it time and time again. He breaks records for fun and has brought absolute fucking shame on this badge. This fucking badge, which I have loved all my life since the age of 7. And you, mate, I'd love to fucking meet you face to fucking face and sit down and have a good fucking chat with you, because you are an absolute sold out piece of shit. You are going to take this club to ruination. And if you get this club fucking relegated, mate, I will personally come and smack the fucking living shit. Because I have never seen my club relegated in my lifetime.
I've never been relegated, Jez. And let's be real, with this management setup, and listen, we can say whatever we want about Stan Kroenke and Josh Kroenke, yeah? They fronted this pair of frauds.
Yes.
And let's not forget Vinay here. right? I know Vinay is not technically on the transfer side of things, hence why Edu's here, yeah? I think Gazidis used to get dog's abuse off of our lot, yeah? This geezer is sitting there. What does he do? Right? Then we've got Richard Garlick. What does he do? Then we've got this other guy that came in, the financial lawyer expert. What's his fucking name? Can't remember his name. He come in. Yeah. What do these people do? Vinay is getting a pass, mate, yeah? Right, but let's forget him for a second, yeah? Vinay is the brains behind this organization, yeah? Forget Josh, forget Stan. Vinay is a very smart guy that has worked in and around this football club for about 10 or 11 years now, yeah? And he's worked his way around various different job titles, right? He is a proper corporate guy, yeah? He knows the terminology to use. He knows how to peddle shit, yeah? He speaks very well. You see him, he has his legs crossed, he sits right, his posture's great, he's dressed sharp, and he comes across and addresses people very well in a corporate manner. Then you've got Edu, right, who... All I see from Edu is that you're just having a fucking jolly up on 2 million a year, mate, yeah? Right? And then you've got Arteta, who is the most arrogant bastard in the Premier League. I am not even going to lie when I say this. I would take Steve fucking Bruce over this manager, yeah? I would take Steve Bruce over this manager because at least Steve Bruce got a tune out of a youth team that this geezer dumped, yeah? So that shows me that you can actually buzz that kid up to actually go out there and do something in front of 50-odd thousand screaming nutted Geordies, yeah, right, that are passionate about their club with worse owners than us, yeah. People that say they've got a worse manager than us. He fucking smashed it at Newcastle. So I'll take him. But when you put all three of them together, forget Richard Garlick and forget the other guy that came in, yeah, them three are the ones that are peddling this PR campaign, yeah. Let's push down the youth setup route because the majority of people are more likely to let us get away with Arteta being the manager if they can see that there's Project Youth and they'll all grow together and all blossom and peak at the same time. What a load of bollocks. Rather than giving him the same money and doing Maddison, who starts now, Basuma starts now, Lamptey or Aaron start now, Awar starts now. Yeah, you could put Calvert-Lewin as striker, starts now. Proper players, Onana, obviously he's banned, but you could put Matt Ryan. They all start now. Everything we have brought, yeah, is not Arsenal standard number one, but it's debatable whether they're even fucking starters because Odegaard will be dropped a lot of times this season. Lokonga was our best player for 2 games and then binned, right? Ramsdale's not getting a game unless it's a League Cup or an FA Cup, right? We're not in Europe. Right, then you've got the left back that's now a right back and starting over Maitland-Niles who's being held hostage when we've got other fucking right backs at the club, which makes no sense. Right, the whole thing's a mess. But it's easier to manipulate a mass global market on Project Youth and dress it up than it is to drop Maddison in now, Awar in, this player, and watch this manager go whoosh anyway, because then they cannot fucking peddle that manager as a process or a project, because if you've given him the tools in terms of starters and he flops, yeah, everyone's going to go nuts. But the majority of people that I've seen today are going, oh, well, this guy at right back, yeah, he seems all right, you know, let's give him a chance.
Yeah, but they're just being Arsenal fans and they're being good fans and good people because the old mantra that which we all lived by when we went to games at Highbury and the Emirates is, if he wears red, we've got to back him. So I'm an Arsenal fan, and as an Arsenal fan, I back whoever's in charge. And that is very, very commendable, especially when we haven't seen a player play. But when you talk about these 3 people, again, the theme of the last couple of years, the theme of this transfer window and the theme this season is, if you don't employ... If you're a multi-million-pound industry or a billion-pound industry and you do not employ people from Harvard and you employ YTS trainees, this is what you get. Yeah. Simple. Chelsea employ people from Harvard. Man City employ people from Harvard. Liverpool have got a system where people from Harvard don't need to employ people from Harvard because they're from Harvard. So they've got a certain way. But they have employed someone from Harvard, i.e. Jurgen Klopp. And that is the problem is with Arsenal, is that you can only sell all of this sort of project youth and all of these like kind of let's give him 3 or 4 transfer windows if you have good results. If you have good results, right, and we started winning games, then people will say, right, that is a platform for project youth. And I'll say, and I never get bored of saying this. Our 2 modern greatest managers had a platform in order for the first 1989 and 91, and the doubles and the great sides under Arsene. 96, 97 was Arsene Wenger's process, trying to change the diets, getting the players to express themselves more. Adams, the back four, especially Bold, playing those Hollywood passes, Eddie and Wright, Bergkamp, Seaman. Next season, he added on Overmars, Petit, and then that's when we went on the charter title. George Graham, 86, 87, 20-match unbeaten run. We had Niall Quinn up front, Niall bloody Quinn, and Martin bloody Hayes.
That's
we still had Anderson.
Niall Quinn was actually right.
We still had Anderson, and we had Kenny Sampson, O'Leary, and then we had for experience alongside Adams.
Yeah, you had a core of players that got the Arsenal way.
And Rocky, we had a core of players. But what's happened? That because he won games and he had the fans on side, he could use that and got time to use that platform for 1989. And that's all I'm trying to say. You can't do this without results. You could talk all you like and look all the way to the future. But if you haven't got the currency of good results, then it's not gonna. Then it's got to stop. It's got to stop. Stop all this. If
the process should be a process that is a club process. And sorry to cut you, Kenny. Yeah, the process should be a process that is a club process, regardless of who the employees that are getting paid to do that process are. Yeah. Whereas at Chelsea, they have that. Yeah, but they have an owner that will fucking do it. They've got Marina, who's worked alongside Roman for 25 years.
Exactly, yeah.
Right. Whereas us, it's, let's just wing it. Yeah, let's wheel righty out for a kit launch. Everyone will go, oh, it's right. No. Yeah, how about us as fans? And I'll say this, right? And I'll put a tweet out saying this, and I know I'm waffling, yeah, so sorry to anyone watching, right? Harry Kane is Tottenham's best player. Right, I think we can probably all agree on that. He is their best player. He's their talismanic figure. He is Harold fucking Kane, the saviour of Tottenham. £130 million bid rejected. They've kept him. They've built £1 billion stadium. Before Kane bid was rejected, they'd already signed their second best player, Heung-min Son, up to a new deal. They've sacked Jose in the meantime. They've hired Nuno, a manager. I sat on AFTV after the Tottenham game, when we played Tottenham, yeah, Claudegate and all that, yeah. And I sat there and I said, and it's doing the rounds today, go and get Nuno Espirito Santo. The guy's got a philosophy, he's got a style of play, but that's by the by, right? They've got him. They've then gone and bought the best centre-back out of Italy last season in that league. Voted the best centre-back in Italy last season by that league, yeah. They've then gone and got rid of Sissoko and players like that. They've brought in Sarr. They've brought in a couple of other players along the way, yeah? Right? And all of this, they've then gone and brought in Emerson Royale at right back. All of this when they've built £1 billion stadium. Whereas when we built a £500 million stadium 15 years ago when it was completed, RVP to United, Nasri to City, Adebayor told, go to City or you're in the reserves, actively gone out and told everyone that's what happened. This was our 35 goal scorer that season, yeah? Right, or 30 goals. Van Persie said, they didn't match my ambition. I told them they didn't even offer me a contract, mate. Gone to United. Kleb, Son, Clichy, Sagna. The list goes on, lads.
What, Fabregas and Nasri? You forgot Fabregas and Nasri.
Fabregas, yeah? Fabregas. Yeah, we then reject Fabregas and because it'd hamper other people's careers. He went to Chelsea. See, that guy's now a snake, but Manu Petit's not a snake, and he went the same route to Chelsea. Why?
Yeah. But the thing is, one question I want to ask the board, because we mentioned this in the last podcast about the amount of money Arsenal have amassed since moved to the Emirates. We also were talking about we had to have a war chest of £200 million. Yeah. In order just as a keep by it to secure any financial problems with mankind. Now, I've been told by a good authority that war chest is now half to £100 million. Where is the £100 million gone, Arsenal? Where is that money gone? You've moved to the Emirates on the proviso that you would have 22,000 extra seats to the extent you can expand because you're not in a built-up area. You've got expansion of space. Where is that money gone? Where we were going to get this extra revenue?
Straight in the
Where
back
is it gone?
pockets of all these frauds running the football club.
Where has that money gone? That extra revenue gone? The Champions League money you're relying on. What that's been dwindled. Now I'm telling you one thing right now. This is what the club are doing, and you ain't going to like what I'm going to say. You know what Ed Woodward was doing at Man United? How Man United spent more money since Fergie went when they won in the Champions League 2 times, they won the league. That is the direction that Arsenal Football Club seem to be going. Plan B, commercial, merchandise, sell everything, and forget about what's happening on the pitch. Because
and guess what? Why did Man United go and do
off.
Ronaldo, Sancho, and Varane this summer? Because their fans said, you know what? You ain't taking the piss anymore. We're going to get the biggest game in this league calendar called off. We're going to smash the shit out of the club shop. Yeah, we're going to storm that football pitch. We're going to cuss our legends that are commentating on the game we're getting called off. Yeah, and you lot better fix up because this year you are not mugging us off anymore. All of a sudden, bang, Ronaldo back, Sancho signed.
I just make the point, Lee. I just want to revert back to the after-match interview by Aubameyang. Yeah, he made quite a pertinent comment about when he actually turned around and he said, "We need to take a big look at ourselves in the mirror, and we need to have a chat." Now, I'm sure you, Kenny, and other people watched it. He put a very, very pertinent point towards Xhaka.
Yeah.
When he made the comment, "We have been let down today."
Yep.
Now, he didn't say, "Xhaka, you complete and utter, see you next Tuesday."
Should have.
He made a comment. And I just want to make this point. I've been thinking about this since the game, and I've been, mulling it over. Aubameyang last season was poor, and we all know he was poor. And I'm starting to come around to maybe a reason that he is pissed off with the fact that he goes out, scores goals, but he knows that the defence and the midfield are going to fucking let him down.
Yeah.
And this is my view, and I'm sure there's thousands of people out there going to disagree with me, but I'm starting to come round to that thought that he's thinking, fuck it, I'll go and score you 2 or 3 goals, but you bunch of wankers at the back are going to let in another 4.
Imagine if you go and score he got away with it, and I spoke to someone the other day and they said, yeah, look at the way he was celebrating the hat-trick against West Brom. I said, hold up. I said, he don't know when his next goal's coming from in this fucking team, mate. Yeah, how can't he go and celebrate that goal and them hat-trick goals, yeah? Because do you know what? Man's been playing average position left wing-back for about 15 months, yeah? When we went, I think it was 4-0 down, against Man City, the camera panned straight in on him, and he was stood there with his hands on his hips. And I go in on Aubameyang when I have to go in on Aubameyang, yeah? He's standing there like, and he's looking, and he's just looking around, and he's like, the fuck am I supposed to do? And he's just looking at these dickheads like, I'm basically playing as a fucking DM, yeah? I'm playing as DM today, lads. As soon as you ping the ball over the top, I'm going on a sprint, but then none of you lot are pushing up. Now I've got 4 fucking top class players around me. What's he supposed to do? I don't necessarily blame him, Jez, yeah? And Alan Shearer said it, yeah? And our fans fucking went, oh, Alan Shearer's got a short memory, he kicked Neil Lennon in the face. Whoopie-doo, mate. None of you fuckers were alive to witness that, so what you chirping about, yeah? Right? Because you're all about 14 that are crying about it. Fact and reality is, Alan Shearer called it right. When them players looked at Granit Xhaka doing that 2-footed lunge, I don't care whether he touched him, he was out of control, and Alan Shearer had it spot on. He said, that tells the rest of the team, do you know what? I ain't fucking having it today. I can't be asked. You're on your own, lads. Yeah, see ya.
Exactly. He knows English football, and he knows exactly what the situation is, and that the fact of the matter is that you stem the tide, and you come out in the second half. But and one thing about Alan Shearer, if you compare their situations with Aubameyang, whoever comes in and takes over Mikel has got to get this guy firing, because you remember when Alan Shearer had problems with Bobby Robson, Rod Hullett.
Yeah,
Bobby Robson. First thing Bobby Robson says to Alan Shearer, mate, you're playing with your back to goal. Yeah. I need you on a shoulder defender again, because I've got players. And then the season afterwards, he gets Craig Bellamy, he gets Laurent Robert, Roberto Solano, and he gets all that kind of quick players to put positive for him. Yeah, positive for him. And then you look at those teams under Sir Bobby. For those few years where they were getting into the Champions League,
Rob Lee and all that.
Yeah, playing good football. That's what a new manager could do for Aubameyang. Because I say it once, say it 1,000 times. Yes, I'd be very critical of him, but again, why are we not playing to this man's strengths? Why are we not playing to the strengths of front three? You've got £180 million forward line, and for some reason, and this is not me saying it, Danny Kelly, Talk Sport. Spurs fan, used to go to Saturday Wishes, the same school as me, although he's a lot older than me, said...
I like listening to Danny Kelly, actually.
Yeah, his words, I'm going to quote him. He said, Mick Arteta worked with Pep, he played on Arsene Wenger, but he also played on David Moyes. What I'm seeing with Arsenal is David Moyes Everton. That is what... And I fell off my chair, because that's exactly what we're seeing. We are seeing David Moyes Everton.
Without the Fellaini target man to fucking elbow everyone and nod the ball down.
But even then, from the time this man has come to the club, we go into games with an inferiority complex, the same way David Moyes screwed over what Sir Alex built at Man United by getting players to start worrying about the opposition.
And if you look at the signings that he brought at Man United, and listen, that job was too big for him. We all knew that when he got it. Yeah. And he got the job because Fergie was his pal and he recommended him. And he said, you're
big mistake, listen to Fergie.
Yeah, right. But if you look at the signings he made, he brought Fellaini to the fucking club. Yeah. Fellaini's never a Man United player. And he lowered them standards. But do you know what? Man United realised real quick, do you know what? You're actually not the guy, mate. Yeah. We're getting rid of you. Yeah. Whereas Arsenal... I've got so many people within that club that are going, no. We're backing this manager off of the fact that he may come good. I don't give a shit if he ever fucking makes it in his career doing this job, yeah? The fact is, this is Arsenal Football Club, right? Arsenal Football Club. I've seen people today, right, sitting there going, we've got no God-given right to win titles. No, but we've got a fucking God-given right to not be fucking bottom of the table, absolute losers, yeah? Right, we have done £400 million since Wenger got sacked. Yeah, and he did get sacked. He got told "fuck off" before we sack you. Right, so he basically got pushed. Right, in that time, we've spent more than Chelsea. We have spent more than Liverpool. We have spent fuckload more than Tottenham. Yeah, and people to go, oh, but we've won a few FA Cups or we've won an FA Cup. Whoopie fucking do, mate. Yeah, whoopie do. We moved to this stadium to compete with the best in the world. We are not even competing with fucking Norwich and Brentford.
We are competing with them because although they're top of us, we are competing with them. We are.
And people sit there. Let me just say this, Jez, right? People were sitting there after that Man City game going, and I watched all the fan cams. I watched every single one of them because I thought I want to see what the whole thing's saying, yeah? I see people saying, yeah, but Robbie, like, how can you compete with Man City? They've got Mahrez and Sterling on the bench. And how can you compete with Chelsea? Number one, we've outspent everyone in the fucking league this season, so we're competing with them, right? Number two, we've outspent everyone in Europe net in 4 fucking seasons. Everyone. We're the top spenders in Europe net in 4 years. Only Man United are below us, or second below us, yeah? We're above them. Number three, yeah? On that basis, how did Brentford compete with us?
Yeah,
because surely the distance is the same, right?
Excuse. Is there not a fucking answer here? Doesn't that come to one? I was actually very good at maths in school, right? There's a common denominator here. Arteta, He's fucking useless. Fuck off.
It's his team. That's the thing.
Go down the fucking road. Down the job.
It's his team. It's his team. It's not. It's his team, and they're playing under his image, which is confused, and make it up as you go along. And that is the thing. Every problem he's having is hurting Arsenal and killing me and upsetting me and making my life a misery because of what's happening. Because I don't know how a person, right, could not have the common sense to realise that when you come to the football club, you need to start winning games. You got the job because we were in a rut. You didn't get the job because...
And that rut finished 5th and the Europa final.
Exactly. We were imagining the rut. So what you do when you...
He's gone. When he comes back, Jez, very quickly, big up to Unknown G. Big up to over 2,000 people.
Can I just answer that question there, Lee?
Yeah, I was going to say, quickly answer it, man. Go on.
Yeah, Unknown G. If we lose to Norwich, if we draw with Norwich and lose to Tottenham, which we will, he can fuck right off. He's got to...
I think he will get sacked.
Huh?
It's all well and good saying that you want him sacked after. When do you think he will be sacked?
As I said, to my mind, if we draw with Norwich, but if we lose to Tottenham, who are top of the table, and I think
conceded.
I think we will. I'm sorry, I think we will, because with Arteta's dream team, changes every fucking week. Complete prick. He's got to fucking go, and that is when he's got to go, because I think if we lose to Tottenham,
is that when you think the club will pull the plug though? Tottenham, we lose to Tottenham, and we've got like maybe 1.2 points, 4 points, and then we lose to Tottenham. You think they'll sack him?
The faithful, the real Arsenal,
the proper Arsenal
will go fucking mental. And I just want to make this comment today. I've been watching the Transfer Daily all day today, and I've been flicking around channels and everywhere and whatever. I'm just absolutely fucking amazed. The amount of people on YouTube and all these different channels know so much about this Japanese fucking bloke.
They know sweet FA, Jess. They think because what they do, they read up on it, innit? And then they try to
they watched a 3-minute YouTube compilation, and now they're an expert.
He's the next coming of fucking Tony Adams. What the fuck is going on in this world?
Hey, let's be real here, and before people think I'm stereotyping, because I've seen a guy put this out. Big up, Breezy Bilal. Yeah, that Twitter account needs more fucking followers. That guy has spoke sense for time. Kenny, I think you know him as well. A tall Asian guy, North Bank Upper. Yeah, he's a sound guy, man. Yeah, that guy put a tweet out earlier, and he said, "Have you lot got short memories? Takuma Asano,
yes,
Ryu Mayachi, Let's not take the piss here. Yeah, this guy might start a few games overall, right? The only reason we are signing this guy is to open up a whole new market for shirt sales. Let's not take the piss. And people say, "Oh, you just said." I just said,
Lee, you just confirmed that this club is no longer interested in challenge for the league or getting the top 4. They've now put all their eggs into the commercial basket, which means winning football matches and competing at the highest level is basically an afterthought. So Arsenal now a big club, not because of trophies anymore, or winning or competing in the Champions League and trying to win the league. We're now a big club because we've got a big global support, and we've got people who buy shirts, hats, buy tickets to watch us play. That's it. That's it.
They'll buy the $7.99 online membership to watch a pre-season against fucking Millwall or Hibs. Yeah,
shoved out their arse. I wasn't paying that crap.
Exactly, mate. I refuse to pay to watch football. Right, my boy sent me the DAZN login. I can watch every game on this phone for the Premier League, for fucking the Carabao Cup. Yeah, any league apart from I don't think I get the French league, and I don't think I get the FA
I get the French
Cup.
league. I've got BT Sports. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, well, I need your login details then, Kenny. I refuse to pay, right? But this is the thing, people will sit there and actively pay. Somebody who's sat in India will pay maybe 10 quid a year to watch football, and they get every football match. In England, you're paying 150 quid a month. If you want every channel, or maybe 100, let's say 80 quid a month. Let's be real here. Let's actually say 80 quid a month, right? But then Amazon Prime come along and go, oh, we'll throw a spanner in the works. Now you got to pay for that. Yeah. Then you forget to cancel your membership after the two games that you got.
You've got real sport fans. Sport fans want to watch their matches live, you know, and at the end of the day, they are going to pay for it, because what's happening right now is the Premiership is what it is. It's the most watched league in world football. And we're not just talking about people from abroad. You know, people in this country as well will watch it, because simple reason is that, you know, a lot of our fans, diehards like Jez,
come on, big up this guy.
you know, are saying no more. I'm not paying, you know, £800 a season ticket or grand a season ticket. I'm certainly not paying for the food or paying for a booze up. And I've got to take my kids, or I'd take my kids to a West End show, and rather than pay for that crap, that's what they're telling me. So basically, what the situation is that they're substituting that for watching it live on TV, because they get the best angles and they get to listen to what they believe.
And this is what I said to you the other day, when that stadium was charging 85 fucking quid for the cheapest ticket, yeah, and it was 15,000. Obviously, it wasn't on match day. You was there. There was probably what, 8,000.
It was about 52,000 there.
Okay, so maybe 8,000, 9,000 or so, yeah, right. But when you're charging £85 after you've seen us lose to Brentford, after 18 months of on and off football in the grounds, like a couple of games here and there, right? And you've been sat actively in and out of lockdowns, and you've gone, oh, let's just buy a gazebo, babe. We'll stick that up in the back garden. We'll get the CV plugged up there. Yeah. Oh, I've got Jimmy and the lads coming round. Oh, we got a promotion on fucking Papa John's here. Yeah. Oh, should we go down Tesco and get a couple of yeah, 85 quid all in. You've got 4 pizzas, you've got 48 beers, you've got the CV on, you've got your gazebo, and you're chilling in your own gaff, and you've got your mates there. All your mates might not be Arsenal. So you might be going to Arsenal on your own, or with your mate, or one mate. You've now got all your mates there. Arsenal Football Club, you've said it for years, Kenny, yeah? Fans on match day, they don't need them, mate. They're just there just because they can be there. They do not need fans in that ground. Yeah. But the fans in that ground will actively get this manager sacked.
100%. 100%. Stadium fans, especially the away fans, they got to buy last week with the away fans. I just want to say, I want to shake every away fan, especially the ones who sang the song, you know, for Smith Rowe and Saka.
Oh, I want
to categorically say, let me finish. I want to categorically say, I didn't believe for 1 minute the crap that, you know, that they were cheering the fourth going. No way would my boys do that.
Did you hear what they were? I watched.
I'll be 2 minutes. Yeah, I need a piss. Carry on, mate. I'll be 2 minutes. Big up to this guy who's put that donation in. Big up for being a real one, mate. I'll be 2 minutes. Yeah.
Kenny, I was watching it. It's a young girl. She's a Man City supporter, and she's got a channel.
Oh, and she's a Bolton fan. It's Punch.
Yeah. Did you see the channel? Yeah. When she went up into where after the game where the Arsenal fans were, and they're going, "You're fucking shit," and you know you are. You're fucking shit.
Yeah, it's that young girl, Bolton fan. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a girl.
How the hell did she get tickets?
Hey?
How the hell did she get tickets for all those games?
I don't know, mate. But fair play to the girl, and it did actually show that the away fans were like giving the players after the game some serious bollocks, because during the game I texted a mate of mine and I said, "What are you actually singing when you're dancing?" And like when it was the third goal went in, and they're going, "We're singing, we're shit, and we fucking know we are," and like. You know, and
they'll sing. Ironically, we lose every week. It was just to say we lose every week. What's the big deal? You know what I mean? And then Man City fans were singing that they're not even breaking a sweat. And I think it was kind of banter, because I went to a game years back when we lost 6-0 to Chelsea, and we were all singing our hearts out for the club because to make ourselves feel better. And I think that is not a situation, but what's going to happen? Right? What's going to happen? And I always say it right now: the stadium fans are ruthless. You know, especially the home fans. Ordinarily, the diehards may get drowned out because of the tourist fans that go to the ground. And good luck to them, because they're all Arsenal anyway. But the hardcore who watch us play are going to go to Burnley. They're going to sing their hearts out. They're going to leave Euston Station, and as much as they will probably accepting the fact that Man City are better than them, they may react very, very badly. And if, God forbid, we don't turn it around, because they're going to be the judge and jury, because they're not going to accept a performance like that against Burnley away. They're not going to accept a performance like that against Brighton, and that's the situation. You know, they are always the judge and jury, the fans, because boards always hide behind players who are dissatisfied with a manager, and they always hide behind fans who, you know, have, dare I say it, have banners or walk out, don't turn up, empty spaces, or they just sing and say scream, 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 shout, and you can, and they're very audible.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. They're very audible. That's not a good look for the brand and the football club, and that's why managers do get sacrificed. I've seen it many times. Look at, do you remember Villas-Boas when he was at Chelsea? They had the same sort of Project Youth and all this sort of thing that we're doing under Arteta. The minute Chelsea lost a few games and the senior players weren't having it, Abramovich went, "No, you've got to go, mate." Even
and
though
he was equally as arrogant as well, because he thought he was untouchable because he was his mate.
But he alienated the top players.
Talking about season ticket prices. I'm just looking up the thing here. My first.
I was going to say 2 and 8.
As a junior Arsenal back in 60.
Half crown, yeah, a half crown.
12 shillings and sixpence. Season ticket, 12 shillings and sixpence.
Hey, £2.50 I paid I paid in the 80s to get into the Highbury. £2.50. £2.50 is for £2.
It's
I mean, fair play to these guys. You know, I haven't had a season ticket since fucking 2016. I think, yeah, it's got to be that. And I've spent tens of fucking thousands of pounds on going to Arsenal, Highbury, Emirates, and away. The amount of games I worked out.
Were you in Paris for the way we got cheated in that final? I still want to kill that referee. Wherever you are, Runa Hauger, wherever you are, make sure if I go around Scandinavia, you're not around, because I will strangle you.
Don't say that too much, mate. I've got mad haters. This stream will get locked off real quick.
I won't say it. But
we'll chop that bit out in a minute.
Figuratively speaking, Runa Hauger, I will not do anything to you, but I'm going to give you a piece of my mind, and I may get, you know, maybe wife to throw something at you or something. Maybe chuck it, you know, throw something at you. Maybe.
But at the same time, Kenny, we've got to look at the manager when he's subbing off Robert Pires in that final. Yeah, a goal-scoring midfielder, right or left midfielder. Sorry.
He needed Freddie's legs, though.
Yeah, but
Freddie's
come on,
legs,
you need to never, ever, ever take off Robert Pires. That guy scored a goal out of nothing, mate. Yeah, right. And the thing is, we all knew, and we all felt the same. Yeah. Right, and I was with a girlfriend at the time who, like, she said, "No, you ain't spending 1,200 quid to go to that game," because I could have gone there. Right,
I was there. Like,
was you there?
Well, yeah, I was at the game. Yeah, my ticket. You know what's happening? This is how much it is. They asked for our passports. You know, you had to have proof of passport. Then your ticket cost about 40. My ticket cost me about £45.
Had your passport number written on the ticket?
The passport. Right. And my travel cost £99 because I got picked up from Holloway Road.
Oh, you went on the coach?
We went on the coach. I went on the coach. I went Holloway Road, and in Holloway Road, it took us all the way to pick people up at like the service toll stations, or just after
then on
South Mims. They pick you up South Mims, and then you go to Dover, and then you drive away to Calais, and the coach just drives you to Paris
and Bosch straight on.
Yeah, to the and it actually drops you outside of Grand. And basically, they gave us £10. They gave us a £10 bus pass. Well, 10 francs, €10 bus pass, and they said, "Off you go, do what you want to do," and that was it. So what I did is I had my ticket in. I had the basic trousers which with zips on it, and I said to my mate, "You're not having your ticket until we go in." He says, "Why?" He says, "Well, can I feel it?" I said, "Of course you can. Touch my leg." and feel it. How's that feel? Oh, it feels beautiful. Can I see it? No. Touch every time you want your ticket. Touch my leg. So he touched my leg, and then the only time he saw his ticket, it was an hour before kickoff when we went in, and that's the time
I don't think many people would fancy their chances against you trying to get your ticket off you, mate. Like, let's be real here.
Anyway, there was loads of people like with signs, asked for tickets. I saw Ryan Smith and Tony Adams. People went to Paris without tickets just to see if they can get one.
But this is what Celtic do and Rangers do, yeah. And like we was there, Kenny, when Cologne stormed that stadium at the Emirates, I think we can pretty much, but we've seen some good atmospheres at that Emirates. Atletico at home, Tottenham the 4-2. Yeah, they were sick atmospheres that night, but they're few and far between. That Cologne game, when they stormed the stadium, right, and they nudged that game back an hour, right, I was in that ground, and I was like, because we parked in the car park, I was with DT, and we parked in the car park underground. We're like, fuck is it? Why aren't they letting anyone in? Yeah, and then the stewards are going, how did you two get in? We were like, we parked underground, mate. They're like, oh, okay, that's when I see John Cross. And I had a selfie with him. I was like, I just met Smithers. Right. But we were like, it was just an eerie. But then all of a sudden, flares going off. This is before the turnstiles have opened. Yeah, the game's been nudged back. And like, all of a sudden, there's German Cologne fans everywhere. And it's a foreign sounding team when they're all chanting together sound mad intimidating, doesn't it? Yeah. Even Ostersund, when they came to the Emirates, it was just intimidating. And I was in with all that. They were fucking doing the 5-mile walk or whatever they do, I was in the middle of the Ostersund fans. They were sweet. But if you listen to it, it just sounds intimidating, because it's a foreign accent, When we went to our seats against Cologne, there was 3 Cologne fans in our seats, right? And I'm walking down and I'm just like, oh my God, I don't need this drama, man. I've had a long day. I've been at work. I'm tired. So I just we got there and I was like, yo, no fucking trouble, mate. They were like, no. We're only here for the atmosphere because we know we're going to lose. They spoke great English. They were like, we've brought our phones. We just want to celebrate the goals against us. Right? I swear it was mad. It was insane. But they had walkie-talkies. Excuse me. They had walkie-talkies and megaphones, and they were up in the executive boxes. Do you remember, Kenny? North London, right? And they're like, and they're on walkie-talkie. And they're telling their other mates where empty seats are and that, right? But Alexis Sanchez in that game, because I think we went 1-0 down, And like their fans were going fucking mad. And it was all of a sudden, you now know there's Germans everywhere, right? Alexis Sanchez scored one of the best goals he ever scored for Arsenal that night. And he was down your side where you sit in your block, and he jinked in, and then he spanked it. Right, and fucking, I'm looking down the other end, and there's flares going off, and it was like fucking, it looked like a bonfire, and he spanked it before the ball's hit the top of the net. I could see it was curving in, right, because we were like lower North Bank, same as you, but we were right behind the goal. These 3 Germans were fucking mingled in with us, all hunched up like fucking sardines. I swear, right, somebody dropped a fucking smoke bomb. I don't know who it was. It's all going off. These fucking German lads are all like, Alexis Sanchez. They're all on fucking Instagram live and shit. Like, and they're playing with that. They were good as gold. But for me, that was the best atmosphere. And it's like, when I look at that, I think the way Arsenal have gone, Highbury was always known as the library. And we've all been there multiple times. And it was a library at times. Like, I was at the game when we lost 1-5-3 against Middlesbrough. And we had and we went 3-1 down. Kadru scored. You could hear a fucking pin drop, mate. People actually left. At that 3-1. People were leaving. Only a handful, right? But we come back, and obviously it got loud. This Emirates Stadium, I can count on one hand of the games that I've been to where I thought, fuck me, that was a mad atmosphere. And I've already named 3 of them. It's dead. The stadium's dead. I was at Anfield, right? And you're talking a minute ago when I went to all about City. They didn't. Arsenal fans never celebrated that goal, that 4th goal. And I was on the watch along, and they're all going like this. They're all like, and I was like, right, it's a carnival atmosphere in the fucking away end. What's going on there? And I was like, can somebody tell me what they're singing? Because I'm watching it on mute. And apparently they were saying something like, fucking, you're nothing special. We lose every week. We lose every week. Fair play to them. I was at Anfield when we got slapped when Oxlade-Chamberlain was at right wing back, and then we sold him to Liverpool a few days later. 4,000 Arsenal fans in that away end, me being one of them. Yeah, we're fucking shit. We're fucking shit for 20 minutes straight. Yeah, and this is what I find funny, right? It's like when people sit there and they go, "Oh, Kenny's negative, Lee's negative, Jez is negative, all these people are negative." Yeah, fucking go to a game, mate, because there's 4,000 people sarcastically singing "We're fucking shit." Yeah. We've all been to games when Alex Iwobi's been absolutely destroyed by our own fans. I was at Everton away. Fuck my life, mate. Yeah, that guy got hammered. Man City at home when he hobbled off a couple of days after the League Cup final. And the guy behind me was screaming and shouting racial abuse at him. And there was 10,000 people left there. And he looked and he see the guy who said it.
Can I just say, you know, you get these comical people who like to slag you, me, Kenny, Jig, yeah. And I actually replied to a comment to a bloke, and I said to him, when you've been to the amount of games that I have, and one of the most memorable ones I ever went to was 1969 on a train with my granddad to an a league game to fucking Carlisle United in the snow.
Yeah.
And we got there.
I never knew we played them ever.
They were in Division 1 back then. They were in Div 1. We got there, played 20 minutes, game abandoned, 9-hour trip home again. 9 hours there, 9 hours home.
It is a miss.
So all the little cunts, and I'm going to swear, that want to tell me about Arsenal, Kenny, you, big.
The link's been sent, by the way.
Go fuck off, because you don't know fuck all about this club. And it's idiots like you that will take this club down.
Do you think the stadium fans are a problem when it comes to getting the message across? I think we've kind of just covered that. Like,
I think it depends on the situation. I think when you get into the games, right, the Chelsea game, the atmosphere and the excitement, they really got behind the team. And I think what happens is that when the match starts, ordinarily we're there for the match. And I think in some cases, I think there's a school of old school fans who don't really like protests. They feel that a protest upsets the players, and when it upsets the players, it makes them play perform a lot less better. So I think that's where in some cases our fans are like proactive in terms of getting behind the team. But when results do go south and towards the end, everyone knows in knowing certain times what they think, and then they walk out, and that's when they got no problem with people showing a banner or screaming or shouting, because I think they react to what they see. But initially, they go in there with really great heart, excitement. I mean, come on, a lot of our fans got up about 7 o'clock, half 8 o'clock to go and watch us play in Euston. So, in going through that's the situation. They are ordinarily behind the team.
And this is the thing, Kenny. Right, you make a great point. Yeah, right. Under Wenger's last season, I'm going to say this. I don't know the fella's name. Yeah, he used to stand right in front of me. Yeah, I was like row 6, North Bank lower. You know where I stood anyway. Yeah, like with Kate and Tasha and that. Yeah, right. There was a guy right in front of me, and his son used to go to the games. And FK, big up FK as well. Go and subscribe to Latte Firm channel. Big up FK, man. Yeah. FK
nice
was
guy, good guy. Top
FK sound, man. Yeah. FK was a couple of rows in front, but to the right. So he was the opposite side of the goalpost to where I am this side of the goalpost, yeah? Like, me and FK have mad dramas online, yeah? And when I see him at game, sorted it, ironed it, we're sweet ever since, right? But this is the thing, yeah? This guy that stood in front is an old boy. He must be, I don't know, he's got to be touching 60, mid-60s maybe, yeah? I say old boy, sorry, Jez. Right? Yeah. But this guy used to turn around and cuss me off all the time. Oh, you're happy tonight. Arsenal have lost. When we played Man City in the League Cup final and we lost, yeah? And then we played them on the Thursday at the Emirates 3 days later or 4 days later, whatever it was, yeah? Yeah, it was 4 days later, and it was freezing cold. 20,000 people turned up, right? David Silva 2-0 in 20 minutes. He's gone, F this, I've had enough. and 10,000 people walked off. As he's walked off, I went, oh, yeah, happy we're losing tonight, are we? Oh, Wenger's got a goal. You can piss it. And when the hardcore that have supported through thick and thin, regardless, and they're blinkered to everything, and they have a go at people like us that maybe see it a little bit before, and then we go maybe toxic according to them, and we protest and we hold banners and we get mouthy online or whatever these people think we do. When them people like that guy are walking out after 20 minutes, yeah, that is when you know the end is nigh. Yeah. 5 weeks later, Wenger put a statement out saying he was going, right? This manager that we currently have is going nowhere and to exactly the same replicates. Yeah. Because that stadium will be pretty semi-full. Yeah. I'd say 80-90% full against Norwich. Yeah. Because if you don't go, Kenny, you'll put your ticket on the thing to ticket exchange, maybe. You might go, oh, fuck it, I ain't letting anyone have it. I just don't want to go. My protest is I'm not going. I know you're going to go. Oh, I know it's Norwich away, isn't it? Is it Norwich away?
No, it's at home.
It's at home, Burnley away, right? So if you decide that you're going to go, your seat's filled. There'll be a lot of season ticket holders that go, I'm not putting my ticket on ticket exchange and I ain't going. Yeah, no way am I going. I can't be asked, whatever. So there's going to be a lot of empty seats in that game. But the ones that do put it on ticket exchange literally will have 50 people queuing up for that ticket. So that stadium's seriously going to be maybe 85-90% full. But you best believe, right, if we lose that fucking game and we're losing that game with 10 minutes to go, that stadium is going to be fucking sounding like a morgue.
Well, that's what it was like against Chelsea.
Exactly. You could see the thing on the seats.
Yeah, but Lee, God forbid, you know what's happening, right? I want it to be turned around in spite of Arteta because I love the club too much. But I'm there taking it as a game basis. I can't even contemplate what's going to happen with Spurs. I can't. You know me, I'm a North London boy, Jesuit North London. The first game of the calendar is Tottenham. I loved North London derbies, home and away. But I'm there. I dread the North London derby. If we carry on like this, I dread it.
Mate, I'm not even worried about North London derby. I'm more worried about Norwich, a relegation
battle.
That's
the thing.
And
then
that's
what I'm trying to say. Norwich, I said one game at a time. Norwich takes care of itself. But again, I still going to look forward to it. But what I'm trying to say is that there's going to have to be a cut-off point when people are going to say, no, enough's enough. And people are going to realise you've been there 22 months at the football club and now now's enough. I think we are going to get to the situation where the stadium fans are going to have to use their voices if things do not improve. They're going to have to because they're the only ones that are left to get us out of this situation. I'm not calling for anarchy, but what I am saying is that, get behind a team like you always do. You're the best fans, old school, the best fans in the country. But I can't go up to any old school fan if it goes worse and try to talk them out of it because it's painful, man. It's really painful.
Yeah, but this is...
Kenny, I am seriously worried about the Tottenham game. I'll tell you one reason why. It's in our blood as Arsenal that we can never, ever, ever fucking surrender to
them.
And they're top of the fucking league, man. And we're bottom.
First time ever they've ever been top in the top flight when we're bottom, by the way.
Yep.
First time ever.
So this is war. Sorry, man. I'm calling
it. It's war for you, Jez. It's war for Kenny. It's war for me. It's war for everyone in the chat. Is it war for these players? Granit Xhaka's not apologised for getting a red. Arteta's patting his arse as he's going off. And then the geezer's got the audacity to post on his Insta.
See, that's what... You know what?
National duty and fist pumping the
What happened with Pepe at Leeds? What happened with Pepe at Leeds? He refused to look at Pepe at Leeds last year.
He's got his favourites. If you say yes to him constantly, you get a game every week, mate. Yeah, Odegaard's the next one because Odegaard will bow down and do whatever he says. Maitland-Niles has said bollocks to you. Yeah, watch him. And now apparently they've had clear the air talks. Yeah, he will get fucking benched until January. And they threw him on at the weekend. And when on the watch along, yeah, people that watch that watch along will know I said this, right? We're 5-0 down at the Etihad. And I went, oh, that's it. Throw Maitland-Niles to the Wolves. Hang him out to dry at 5-0 down. Yeah, because he don't like him. Because he will stand up to him and say, yo, I want to play, mate. Odegaard will bend over and say yes. Yeah, that's probably not the best thing to say with that story doing the rounds, by the way. Yeah, right. You've then got Granit Xhaka that's a yes man. You've got Ben White who will be a yes man. You've got other players in that squad, yeah, that are yes men, right? Cedric Suarez is probably one of them. Pablo Mari to a lesser degree, but yes, he's probably one of them. People that stand up to him and say, yo, or he's got a bit of swagger, he's got a bit of arrogance. Yeah, Joe Willock, Guendouzi, Saliba, Martinelli. Yeah, all of a sudden, yeah, you can never look at Saka and think that he's ever going to cause trouble at this football club. He looks like such a nice guy when he speaks. And let's be real, when he signed that contract, he thanked fucking Unai Emery, mate. Yeah, 10 out of 10 for that. Unai Emery gave me my chance.
Saying that, Arsene Wenger lovers, especially some loon in the north, said that as calling to Unai Emery had nothing to do with the development of people like Saka and Smith Rowe. I mean, he only gave them their debuts, but because he wants to protect Arsene Wenger. Arsene Wenger apparently was architect of their start. You know what I mean? How do you work that one out? He left in 2018, and then afterwards they started making their debuts. Could someone translate that into proper English for me?
And yeah, but this is the thing. If you're a yes man, yeah, you're getting a gig at this club. Yeah, because this guy, anyone who half challenges him is gone. Yeah, and let's be real, right? Lucas Torreira walks into this starting 11. As bad as we probably all think he is, because he ain't the level required, he should be getting games over the likes of Mohamed El Neni, right? Joe Willock, Joe Willock, I don't think he's that great. But I'll tell you something, I'd rather him coming off the bench, yeah, than somebody like Martin Odegaard starting. Because Martin Odegaard
isn't it concerning? Isn't it concerning that what you're doing, right? And I say what you're saying is that we're basically like guys who've been dumped by our wives. We haven't, we've basically haven't been with anyone for the last 6 months. We go out, and at 3:00, when the last song's on, that's when we think, oh yeah, let's see if we can get some leftovers. I'm not saying that in any respect to the lovely women.
Worst ways you have to try and side up to.
But when you talk about when you mention players like Torreira and Willock, who've never been Arsenal level, this is how bad the situation is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You can't. Some guy said Zidane for Arsenal manager, and I'll say, well, the only time we get Zidane is if we change owners and get a Qatari. So because under this owners, you need a whole new direction. Zidane needs money to spend, and he needs top class people around him. The only way we get money, the money he wants to spend. But
you say that, Kenny. Yeah, we have spent more money than any club in Europe in the last 4 years.
I'll rephrase that. Money. I didn't say. All right. If we take away money to spend on players, how about money to spend on the right people behind the scenes? Because
that's where we need to do it. I said this the other day when I was doing a show with Rants yesterday, and somebody put a super chat in, and they said, "What would you do to change the structure of this football club?" I said, number one, and I've been saying this for a fucking long time. I said this on a podcast with you lot. Get rid of that sofa salesman that's doing deals with a fraudulent bird posing as the car fucking dealership, and put David O'Leary, who's an ambassador of this football club, Mr. Arsenal. Yeah, I know Tony Adams is classed as Mr. Arsenal. David O'Leary is also fucking Mr. Arsenal, by the way.
And he's managed before.
Right, and he's managed Leeds United. Regardless of what you think about him, yeah, he got them to a Champions League semi. He knows football. Yes, he might not know the merchandising and the marketing side, but I'll tell you something, yeah, he would do a fucking good job because he's Mr. Arsenal.
I've got some big news for you. Ranison has joined O11 on loan.
Yeah, that's great news. How comes we couldn't sell him when we bought him for $1 million?
Well, at least he's on loan anyway. He needs to get some games. But that's the breaking news at Arsenal.
Then I'd get rid of
Edu. Gone on loan to O11.
Never heard of him. It sounds like a fucking STI, Kenny. Then I'd get rid of Edu, and I'd put Mark Overmars in, yeah? Right? You've got Ray Parlour fucking sitting on TalkSport the other day going, oh, Mark Overmars is texting me saying he wants to come and save the club. Mark Overmars apparently left Ajax at the end of the season, so why the fuck ain't he got a job with Arsenal yet? Right? I don't know where he is. He might still be there, but I heard his contract expired. So you've got David O'Leary, CEO. You've got Mark Overmars as the technical director. You pot this little fucking muppet that's running the fucking squad right now, and you go and get anyone with any credentials. Yeah, you could go and get fucking Zidane. You could go and get Conte. You pay him £20 million a year. Trust me, that will be the best £20 million a fucking year you will ever spend, because they will come in and they'll raise the standards because they're elite winners. Then you've got Mark Overmars, did the business at Ajax, elite winner, won at Arsenal. Then you've got David O'Leary, won at Arsenal. Yeah, won at Arsenal.
It can be done.
Yeah? All of a sudden, you don't need to
go
and throw loads of money at Conte because you've now got proper people above.
All right,
negotiate.
I'll just throw a name in the mix, right? When Harry Redknapp got the job at Spurs, we laughed. But look at the job Harry Redknapp done at Tottenham. In order to look at the foundations he left. Yeah, they didn't win nothing, but look at the way he galvanised that club. His first full season, he got them in the top four, and he managed to get performance out of Modric, Bale, Ledley King when his knees gave way, and he had a really, really good team. He even got Gomez thinking he was the best goalkeeper in the world.
Yeah, fucking Nico Granchar pinging in screamers left, right, and centre.
Exactly. And Jermaine Defoe, Peter Crouch. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that this is salvageable. It's salvageable. And, you know, I can't rule out
my guy,
Andy now.
Come on.
And I can't rule out Eddie Howe, because I'm trying to say is that at this stage, you know, stage of time, you want managers to keep it simple. Maybe we give them a chance.
And that's the thing. We've all been sitting here saying Chelsea employ Harvard students, yeah, behind the scenes. We're employing fucking circus students, yeah, that are working for fucking Zippo fucking circus, right? Because that's what we're employing, and we're paying over the odds. What does Vinay do? I don't know. What does Edu do? I don't know. Because all I've seen Edu do, you've just mentioned Runnelson's gone on loan, yeah? Right, Runnelson's gone on loan. We signed him for £1 million. Why the fuck are we loaning the guy? We should be selling him for about 400-500 grand and saying, see you later. Kolasinac is still at this football club, by the way, with about 2 hours of this window to go, or an hour, or whatever it is.
Can I just sorry to interrupt you.
No, go on, man.
I just want to, I'm watching like you guys are. I'm watching on Sky.
I'm not watching it. I've been down the beach all day, Jez. I am so disassociated and disattached to this football club. I don't even know what transfers have gone through. I genuinely couldn't give a fuck.
Going through, and let's just sum all this up. Yeah, here we are. I mean, it's just saying. Alex Runnelson joins O'Leary on loan. Yeah, Jota has gone. The Benfica winger's gone to Celtic. Yeah, Celtic just joined. Oh, I can't even pronounce his name, so forget that.
It's Gianmarcus. It's Gianmarcus.
Kenny can always.
Yeah, something like that.
Go on, Kenny, again.
Yeah, that's right, mate. Big up, Kenny. But let's just sum ours up. Yeah, we signed a guy today, Japanese player. I know fuck all about him, so I can't say anything. But there's a lot of people out there on various channels that have been followed him since he's about the age of 5. So, they know everything about this guy. But it sums up our transfer window, doesn't it? Really.
I think it's been a good fan, though, isn't it? I think what it is that I think what's happening, right, is that it's very. I suppose if you love something so much, it's sometimes the most best thing you do for something you love is to say, look, you're ill. I want to make you feel better. I want you to get better. I want to give you some medicine. You don't keep. And I think what's happening is that because of their love of the football club, unfortunately, some people within our midst are enablers. They don't mean to be enablers, but they are being enablers because
and when you've got millions of people doing it over social media, the clubs sit there and go, well, we can get away with everything because we've got millions online that will be enablers, that will just fucking suck up whatever we do. People like us three are in a tiny, tiny little 100%. Amoeba-like fucking dot of fans that actually want to win, that want them to follow through with what they smashed Highbury down.
What have we actually achieved in this transfer window? Please tell me somebody.
All right, do you want to grade this transfer window, Jez? Do you want me to grade it?
Go on.
If I was like a teacher, and I was, like during the summer holidays, teachers make money from marking A-level papers and GCSE papers, GC levels, or papers from university in terms of like your final exam towards a 2-2 or a 2-1 or the first or distinction. Well, if I was to mark Arsenal's transfer, deadline business in Arteta's fourth transfer window, I wouldn't be able to grade it. I wouldn't be able to mark it. It'd be ungraded.
Totally agree. Totally agree.
Seriously, that's it. It's ungraded. It's ungraded.
Do you know what, right? Real talk, yeah? There's people out there that, you've seen the comments I've been pinning. There's people out there saying, oh, it's been fantastic. We've got rid of Willian. Well, number one, and I see Sky Cava, that fucking idiot, sitting there going, oh, and why does he speak like he's reading a fucking book to a toddler, by the way? I'll tell you why.
But the thing about
5 minutes worth of news lasts for an hour and a half.
Actually,
that's why.
That's how Carvey is. Carvey's always been. I think what's happening is that Carvey comes across as someone who had a stab when he was younger. And if you had a stab when you were younger, they give you speech therapy. So what you do when you have speech therapy, you speak really quickly and concise, and you don't get yourself into long conversations.
No, but
you don't pause.
He speaks very, very slowly, and he says literally, and it sounds like he's speaking really slow to a toddler.
That's a TV voice, though, isn't it?
The reason he does that is because Sky Sports need to make everything fucking number one dramatic, and they need to make number two 5 minutes worth of bullshit news last for 3 hours, right? He sat there and said, "Oh, Willian is giving up 240 grand a week over 2 years. That's 20. No, he ain't. He's on 120 grand a week, mate. His agent can fucking contact you and chat shit to you. He can sit on TalkSport and chat shit, yeah? That guy's on 120 grand a week. Not 240, not 260. He's on 120, and he has left the club after a year. That in itself, should be a sackable offence, right? But guess what? Edu has fucking terminated more contracts at this football club than he has sold footballers, yeah?
Yeah, but see, that is the thing, Lee. You've got to remember one thing right now, is that because of the way that we are now in a situation where you have to have something to sell. The most important thing, when you're a process, you have to sell, you have to have the currency of good results. If you don't have good results, then what managers do, when they put in their autobiographies, they'll start saying, oh, I cleared this club up from top to bottom. I developed this player. I got rid of the bad eggs. And they see that as their success because they haven't got the results to go by. We're now like basically a manager has been fired from his job 6 months later, he's giving an interview. And that's what's up. Right now, our success is not our results. It's who we got rid of. How we trimmed our way.
Is that success? Is that success? Look at the players we got rid of. We've got rid of Martinez under this lot's watch, yeah? We've got rid of Joe Willock under this lot's watch, who actually scores goals. None of our midfielders do. We've got rid of one of the best goalkeepers in the league, right? Who's fucking proved that since he's left, right? We've got rid of Lucas Torreira for €1.5 million with an obligation or option. It's an option, for 15 mil or 12 mil, whatever, yeah? We've got rid of Reece Nelson to Feyenoord, no option or obligation apparently, We've got rid of Becky B, I thought when I fucking woke up and I was like, yo, he's going, I'm planting trees, mate. And then you lot told me, yo, it's only a loan, mate. I was like, oh.
Yeah, but the thing about it is that...
Who else have we got rid of? Socrates.
Lee, you're not talking about the football thing. Remember, we
terminated contracts, Kenny. It's not like a fucking majority. I could have terminated Socrates' contract.
I hear what you're saying. But again, they're looking at the situation. We are getting loan fees for them. We're saving money.
That's the point, Kenny. How much are we getting for Saliba and Guendouzi? Nothing. Yeah. Nothing. When you look at Chelsea loaned out Bakayoko. They've just sold him for 18 million quid. They have had that guy on loan for 3 seasons straight and made 10 million in loan fees, yeah? We're loaning out Becky B. How much are we getting for that? Fuck all, probably. Just want to get the 118 grand off the wage bill, of which we're probably footing half of the fucking bill because Betis are skinned.
Yeah, but if you turn it around, maybe the club are thinking like you, in terms of look at that, in terms of like Maitland Ainsley. in terms of saying, well, hang on here, he ain't going to Everton until they pay us a fee, or they have an option to buy enough. Maybe that's their theory. We want money, so maybe that's why Ainsley's still here.
Mate, I just look at these other clubs. Yeah, how can you get rid of fucking Dan James? Yeah, Dan James for 30 million. How are Chelsea getting rid of Victor Moses for fucking more money? Yeah, or sorry, I'm lying. Half the money that we got fucking offered for Granit Xhaka. Yeah, they have sold him for half the money that Roma bid for Granit Xhaka. How are Chelsea getting rid of him?
I think Dan James was an easy buy, though, isn't it? Easy.
I'm not talking about
last year.
I'm not talking about Dan James. I'm talking about Victor Moses. He has been sold for 6 million euros.
That's a mystery.
6 million, Kenny. 6 million. This summer he's gone. We got offered 12 for Granit Xhaka. How had Chelsea got a player after 9 years out of their football club and they have got half their money back? Yeah. Yet a first team player, club captain, and all that bollocks, we're getting double what they sold Victor Moses for. There's something fucking wrong here, mate. Yeah, there's something wrong here.
Again, who's on the transfer committee? You've got inexperienced people on the transfer committee. You've got Edu, Arteta, and Per Mertesacker. So these are three people who are not experienced in dealing with transfers. They're all ex-players, and ex-players play football. But are they basically experts in terms of the intricacies of getting players in and getting players out? You know what I mean?
We signed this Richard Garlick to be the fucking top boy, yeah, and knows what he's doing. He's actually the only fucker that's actually qualified in a position of power at this.
Yeah, but I bet he's not part of the transfer committee.
Yeah,
he's not part of that transfer committee. That transfer committee is a triumvirate of Edu,
Tim Lewis,
Mertesacker, and Arteta.
Yeah, and guess what?
So he's going to be told what to do.
It's a joke. Listen, you've given the transfer window an ungraded. I'm going to give it
anything
0.
else.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 0. Yeah, because I genuinely and I've said this to everyone who's watching, you guys in the group chats, and I've said it all season so far. Yeah, win, lose or draw, I'm just going to sit through a watch along and laugh my bollocks off all season. I'm fucking sick and tired of.
Hey, what are you going to play us, Jez?
It's all right. It's one guys there because I play guitar and they're just asking about.
Don't copyright me, Jez, for fuck's sake. Make a song up about Arteta or something.
Don't do that. I've got to go at games, mate. I know I'm good luck, but yeah, I've got to go. Don't you dare put a song out like that.
Can't get out.
Jez, give me a rating. I've given it 0. Kenny's giving it an ungraded. AFTV are giving it a 7, apparently. Fucking hell.
Who? I know for a fact that
there's no way Dan. There's no way Dan is giving that.
I know the guys on there. There's no way someone's giving that a 7 on that channel. That's an exaggeration.
No, Ty and Julian will.
Well,
and fucking Belgian. Come on.
No, I don't think he will.
I'm a very harsh critic, as you know. I'm a nasty bastard when it comes to Arsenal if they don't do it good. So sorry, guys. This transfer window for me is actually -10. I think it's absolute a fucking taking the piss. £150 million spent on second-rate players. Sorry, Odegaard.
I'll argue with that. You know what I mean?
Odegaard.
Sorry to cut you off. Sorry, 1 second, Jez.
Yeah.
I need to have a word with fucking Potts, mate. Yeah, there's no way.
No way.
You man are telling me Potts gave it a 7.
No way. That's no way. No way.
You lot are fucking on crack. Did Potts put that as
do you actually believe that? No way.
Carry on. I'm
he wouldn't do that. That's a wind up.
After the conversation I had with him earlier, if he's giving him a 7, I'm cussing.
No, he wouldn't. No, this person is causing mischief.
I was watching.
He's causing mischief.
He never said 7.
No way.
Sorry, no, the man's too sensible for that, and we know we've been on stream with the guy, so we know where he comes from.
Yeah, come on.
I think people are being silly now.
I think, yeah. Anyway, get back to it. It's been shocking. We
don't believe it, Gillespie Road. Sorry, no, it didn't. No,
everyone's saying it. I'm texting him as we speak. Go on, Jez. Sorry, go on, mate.
We bought Odegaard, who we had last season. Didn't impress me. Hasn't impressed me. I welcome him to the club. I hope he does well. I sincerely, I said on the last 3 streams, any new player to Arsenal, I'll give them 100% support. But what I've seen is no different again. And Ben White, well, played one game injured. I just hope he's not going to be a glass jaw guy, as Kenny would say.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But, you know, come on, people, for fuck's sake. How can you ever recommend this as being a great transfer window? There were so many players we could have got in. Basuma, Awar. You know, we chased Awar all around fucking Europe, guys.
Yeah, but according to Fabrizio last year,
where
when
have
he
you been,
came
bro?
on this Arsenal channel before any other, he said, the Arsenal board are in love with Houssem Aouar. Well, why didn't we buy him this summer for a fraction of the price then?
17 million.
I've got Chig in the building, man. Chig, what are you saying, man?
Nothing.
You're on mute.
Sorry. I thought I'd give my rating before you dive off.
Yeah, come on, man. I've got a vlog to edit.
I'm also going to give it a 0. I think if any club that can spend 150 million and throughout the fan base, we're all like, if that's the reaction to 150 million, then you know you done fucked up. You know you done fucked up. Literally, I've never seen a reaction to a spending where the entire fan base is meh to 150 million of spending because of just who we bought, how we bought, the strategy, the lack of thought. Even today, where you thought to yourself, "All right,
Afsal, what's the leak?" Sorry, Chig.
Go on, Chig, go on. Yeah, go on.
Even today, where you thought to yourself, "Okay, we'll address it." And, you know, maybe buy somebody that can at least perk the spirits up. I think if we had one name that would have done that, I think most of us would have picked Bazuma. Am I correct?
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
I think most of us would have said Bazuma, because Bazuma and Party in the middle.
Bazuma Madison, 120 million, mate. Yeah?
Yeah.
Go and get the goalkeeper at Nana. Go and get fucking Ryan back. Yeah, you've spent 126 mil. Go and get a right back for 30 mil, Lamptey or Aarons. You spent 156 mil. Job done.
Not even, bro.
Go and get Saliba and Guendouzi in, and all of a sudden we're balling, bro.
Pick one person today that you could have bought where you would have thought to yourself, all right, at least that's somebody.
Max Aarons, Lamptey, Basuma.
Yeah. Even Aarons.
Houssem Aouar.
I just don't get the thought. I don't get the thought process.
Mate, I'll tell you the thought process. The thought process is let's go project youth there, because it's easier to dress up a project youth if we go and spend 150 million on a load of 21-year-olds. Yeah, because our fans will then on the mass go, oh, but we're building for the next 3-4 years. There's a change in transfer policy. It's easier to let the manager fucking stay for another 2 years, yeah? Because that's what they want. They want him to stay. Whereas if they give him Madison, Basuma, and fucking all this bollocks, yeah, all of a sudden he's got to do it now or he's sacked. Yeah, which is what they don't want. This club is fucking taking the piss. They're finessing the masses into thinking that there's a culture and structure and philosophy change of project youth. Let's not forget, yeah, this club signed Aubameyang up to a new deal. He's 31. They signed fucking Granit Xhaka up to a 4-year deal. He's 29. They've signed fucking, what's his name? Willian to a deal last summer. He's 32. Yeah, let's not talk about project youth, mate. Yeah, they're chatting shit. But then the majority will go, oh, but they've signed players for the future, project youth. There's a clear change in direction. That now, and then when the manager's sitting there the other week saying, well, if you can't see what we're trying to build, it's because you don't want to see it. And the reason you don't want to see it is because you want to see something different. And then the real ones will see it because they know that they have to come and back the kids. He said that out of his own fucking mouth, yeah? Vinay, Edu, and Arteta are colluding together to fucking manipulate the narrative to the majority that will fucking go, oh, okay, Project Youth, cool. Yeah, we'll give it 2 years. No, it's for now, mate. Yeah, and that is why they've bought a load of fucking useless fucking kids this summer that are no good. The only one who would be any good out of all the shit we've brought is Lokonga. Yeah,
Yeah.
the rest are fucking average, mate.
Yeah.
Average. The rest of shit.
I agree. Let's be real here. We're all hoping that Ben White will be something good, but that's because we're hoping it because he's English. But let's be honest here. Out of all of them, the one that excites you the most is Lokonga. That's it.
Yeah, and the only player who's performed in 2 games, and then guess what? Your reward for that, mate. Sit on the bench at the Etihad, and when we need a sub, we throw El Neni in. Yeah, who's in the last year of his contract. Yeah, along with Callum Chambers, who's in the last year, and Kolasinac, who's in his last year. We protected Holding's value by signing him to a new deal. That's our back 3. We'll then play fucking Cedric at right back. Yeah, we'll play Tierney at left back, but he'll look shit because he's got Kolasinac next to him. We'll then play Smith Rowe because he's the fucking saviour. Mate, the whole fucking club stinks. And I can see through what they're doing, yeah, because I have worked in a sales and marketing background, yeah, for fucking most of my adult life. I know exactly what they're doing. Yeah, and I've seen so many people already over all platforms go, yeah, but they've changed the trajectory and they've changed their transfer policy this summer by going down the youth setup. They did that deliberately, mate. And then when they get that fucking egotistical wanker to sit there and say, well, if you can't see it, it's because you don't want to, but you will back us because it's for the kids. Yeah. They're now mind gaming you. Yeah. They're playing you. They're getting in your head and they're saying, yo, forget what's happened before and the fact that we've been shit. But now fans are back. We've got a mutiny on our hands unless we go down this route of finessing people into a youth project, right? And by doing that, they know that the majority of people will buy in to a youth project, yeah? Whereas if you give them players that have qualified to play now in the Premier League, that have played now, Basuma, Max Aarons, Lamptey, fucking Maddison, Calvert-Lewin, players like that, all of a sudden, the expectation goes through the roof because now you've got a squad ready to qualify for Champions League, mate. Yeah, you can't do that because now you've got everyone on your case when this fucking wanker fails with that squad. So you have to lower the standards to go with the next 4 years of lowering the standards even more, but finessing it for the masses who will buy into it.
What you're talking about is a literal downgrade.
Yeah,
you're literally downgrading the club.
I did actually read something that the Arsenal board do not at this point in time want to go into a position of having to negotiate for a new manager.
No, of course they don't. Of course they don't.
That's a very fucking worrying. Sorry, Lee. That's a very, very worrying point for Arsenal. Let's get it right. Let's get it right. If they're going to accept Arteta's useless management structure destroying this club, where does that say this club, management-wise, is going to accept? Do they accept mediocrity to the point of being in relegation fucking status? Because if they do, that is an absolute fucking disgrace.
To a certain extent, the buzzwords. Sorry. You know the buzzwords were. You know, in order for us to enjoy, we have to experience some pain. So that has been the buzzwords at the football club for quite a few years. So yes, my answer to what you're saying is yes. I think they would, because they feel that the fruits are going to be the fruits. So, you know, when they're ripe, we're going to have beautiful
this
football.
Is the thing. They're not going to be right, Kenny. They're not going to be right. But you know what? By the time they're not right, yeah, the Adidas deal would have come to an end and it would have been renewed, or we would have gone somewhere else. Yeah. And that deal would have fucking gone off again. Yeah. Everyone would have renewed their season tickets again. They would have fucking shipped Ian Wright out, fucking wheeled him out. Yeah. Look at when we played Chelsea the other week. Kenny, you was at the game, mate. Yeah. Where we belong. In fact, I can't. Ian Wright did it on Arsenal fucking Twitter and Instagram. Oh, guys, we can't wait to have you back at the ground. And he's wearing where we belong. The 0 or the O, sorry, in belong was the Emirates Stadium. Great marketing. 22 fucking quid. Yeah. Add that to the free shirts you've already fucking dropped, you wankers. Now add that to the 2.
It was much worse. It was much worse, mate.
Already that we've signed players.
It was much worse after the match, right? You know, if you go around the away end, I don't know whether it was a club filming it was part of the Amazon documentary, but you know how the club have handpicked fans to speak to who are ultra positive. Well, outside the ground, they had, I won't name the names, but she's a lovely person, love her a bit. But they were handpicked fans being interviewed, or you know, by the club for the Amazon. I'm sure it's going to be an Amazon, and it's all about positivity. I saw it in my own eyes. I heard some of the conversations.
Mate, let me tell you something right now, Kenny, yeah? And I want to bring Afsal in because he's been waiting patiently, bless him, yeah? Right, I do really want to wrap this up because we've been going an hour and 50 minutes and I wanted to do less than an hour, right? And I've got a vlog to edit, yeah? But I want to say this, yeah? Everyone who's sitting there thinking that this fucking, this all or nothing is going to be an exposure of Arsenal Football Club. Let me just tell you something now, yeah? I know how this football club works. I've known how this football club works inside out for about a decade, yeah? Like I said, I can bang on about, oh, I've worked in sales and marketing, and Chig rips the shit out of me for saying it, yeah? But at the same time, everything I've fucking called about this football club in the last 3 years at least has come factually fucking correct. Yeah, everything. I even said this fraudulent manager would win the FA Cup. Chig was sat there with me. I said to you, and he went, "No, I don't like your confidence." I said, "Brother, he's going to piss it. I've got a feeling we're winning it." Yeah, and all week I said that. I have said everything that would happen. This club, Kenny, yeah, have done a deal with All or Nothing for one reason and one reason fucking only, mate. Yeah, it ain't for the money. It's to market this bastard manager, yeah, to a fucking wider audience of non-Arsenal fans, yeah, and they will have the final say on that contract with Amazon, and they're going to fucking edit shit. I see something yesterday where it said that the first couple of fucking bits or episodes are going to be totally fucking swerved, yeah. They'll still show the games, but they're going to swerve the rest of it, yeah.
It should do. It's toxic.
No, but at the same time, if anyone thinks that we're going to see the behind-the-scenes fucking shit, yeah, that has gone on in the last couple of months, you're living in cuckoo land, mate. This club has got its marketing down to a T. It has got its PR down to a T. Man United is second in command to us. Both of these clubs have fallen from grace, and they're using a global market to finesse the fucking shit out of people whilst failing on a football pitch, yeah? Because they know that the match day fan is in the 1%, 2%, or 3%, in our case maybe, that can actually fucking go, yeah? Claim your club back. If anyone thinks Amazon is going to highlight anything, all it's going to highlight is Arteta's a fucking genius, yeah? Because this club's going to manipulate it. This club's disgusting. I fucking hate it.
There's only so much you can hide, though. Because if there's nothing but failure.
But they're going to have the Aubameyang fucking, oh, I've called a team meeting. That's shades of Theo Walcott and Per Mertesacker, mate. Yeah? Right? Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, we need to take responsibility. I heard that under Mertesacker and Walcott. Yeah, and it's funny because people still do the rounds with the tweet I put out about, oh, the Gabonese Theo Walcott. Well, he still ain't fucking outscored Theo yet, mate. Yeah? Come back to me when he does. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? But anyway, Afsal, you've been sat there waiting patiently, man. Go.
Hope you're all well. This transfer window, 6 signings, most money spent in Europe, biggest net spend in Europe, most players bought in Europe, 6 signings, and not one of them, I think, wow, you know. Let's go through them one by one. Tavares, okay, I've never heard of him before. He's played, one game as a sub. Can't really judge him, but is he the kind of signing I'm looking for? Nope. Ramsdale, why pay 30 million or 25 million for a backup goalkeeper? It just doesn't make sense. Why not spend maybe 10 million on a backup goalkeeper and then branch out in another area, more money in another area? It doesn't make sense. The reason why he cost 30 million is because he got in the England squad in the last minute because Dean Henderson dropped out. So that's why he cost that much money. So for me, we wasted 30 million on a backup goalkeeper. The next signing, Ben White. Wow, 50 million for an unproven defender. For me, that is probably one of the worst piece of business that any club has done this summer. right? I might be speaking too soon. He might come good, but from what I've seen in that first game, he's going to be a typical Arsenal defender, which is make mistakes. Every defender we have has got mistakes in them. Holding does, Chambers does, Mari does, Gabriel does. In the last few years, Luis did, Mustafi did. Every single one of the centre backs we've had in the last 5 years are prone to mistakes, and Ben White is the same. Like I said, I might be proved wrong. I might have to hold my hands up, but in the first game, that kind of showed. The reason again why he's 50 million is because he got in the England squad because Trent got injured. I reckon we could have got him if easily for 25, 30 million if he didn't make it in the England squad. So instead of spending 50 million on Ben White, why not go for a proven top defender and pay that much? I'm not saying Rafael Varane would come to us because he wouldn't, because he'd won Champions League and he'd want to go to a top club. But I'm just saying Rafael Varane cost Man U 10 million less and he's a top class defender. I'm not saying a defender like him would come to us because I don't think they would, because we're not in the Champions League and the club is falling down and down and down. But we could have at least bought in someone better for probably a bit less money.
We could have had William Saliba Afsal. Let's be real.
Yeah, we could have given him a chance.
And we could have spent the money, 50 million on Basuma.
Or we could have even bought someone proven. Now let's
buy this guy, Edward. Why not buy Edward?
Yeah, this guy's just gone to fucking Palace, by the way.
Exactly. Now let's go into the right back we bought today. Okay, never heard of him. Not one person has heard of him. No matter what anyone says.
Nobody was sitting there at the start of the transfer window, by the way, saying, "Oh, let's go and get Tiramisu from fucking Italy." Yeah.
Yeah. So this guy, honestly, wait, what's his name? What's his name?
Tiramisu.
I'll get his name up.
Okay, I don't know his name. I only heard of him this morning, just like every single one of us did here, and just like all of our fan base did, no matter what they claim on Twitter, how good he is, or
his name is Tomiyasu.
Like I said, he might be good. He might be good.
Let's call it what it is. Japanese
listening soon, but it's got. I don't trust this club to have bought the wrong defender because they've been buying wrong defenders for the last 8 years.
This manager has only brought fucking defenders apart from Willian and Odegaard.
Mari. He's bought Mari, Gabriel, White, this guy, Tavares, and like I said, if it's anything to go by the last few years, then I don't. Like I said,
they're all defenders. He's only brought Willian and Odegaard in attacking positions out defenders. Of 12 signings.
Yep, he might come good. I don't want to judge now, but he's not. I haven't heard of him, so I don't know. Now, Lokonga seems a decent player, to be fair, but my only thing is, he's probably going to be back up to Xhaka and Partey. So why spend, we could have spent less on the defenders point of view and a keeper, and we could have gone, like you said, 45 million Basuma, or we could have gone Locatelli. Yeah, I know Locatelli probably would have rather gone to Juventus, which he has, but he's a top player. But we could have at least put in a bid. I mean, 25 million backup midfield. Like I said, he seems good. He's had 2 good performances. I think he'll be good, but I would have rather gone for that proven Premier League player in there. And then even Odegaard, we could have maybe gone all out for Maddison, spend a bit less in the defensive.
Absolutely. Let me ask you what you would do, because we're 3 out of 3 losses. Like, if you was in charge of Arsenal right now, and I want to ask Chig this as well. Obviously, I know Kenny and Jez's thoughts, and I want to wrap this up because I have got to edit a vlog. And I didn't expect this to go on for double the time it's gone on.
Yeah.
But big up to 1,600 people still watching. But Afsal, let me ask you this, If you're in charge of Arsenal right now, and you want Arsenal to get back to some level of like decency, what would you do?
The first thing, I would get rid of the manager, Edu and Vinay. Manager for poor results, and Edu and Vinay for poor recruitment. And for spending so much money and in the last 3 years and not getting the results. We've spent so much money since Wenger's left. Emery spent a lot. Arteta spent a lot. We have spent a lot. I don't want anyone saying Kroenke, because Kroenke has just given these guys 165 million. More than any owner in this world. We spent more than Man City. We spent more than Chelsea. Apparently. We spent more than Man U. Forget that. We spent more. Man U bought arguably the best player in the world in the last 10 years. They bought Sancho, who's going to be a great player, and they bought Varane, who's been a great defender in the last 5 years. They bought 3 players and it cost less than us, right? 3 well-known world-class players, which is less than us. It's not Kroenke's fault. These 3, and also the players have really let the fans down because not one of them is performing, right? I think we've just, from the signings we've done in the last 5 years, I'd say from 2016, we spent a lot of money, and
we've done 400 mil since Wenger left, mate.
And how many? I want to ask you guys, how many of those signings since Wenger left, which has been, I've read 28 the other day, right? I think it's been 28. How many of those signings have you thought, wow?
We went through this earlier. Literally, Tierney,
how many?
Pepe, maybe.
Only, no, not even Pepe. I think Tierney only. And you know what?
Tierney's playing badly. Tierney should be dropped, Afsal.
But you're seeing defensive issues.
I'm sorry, he should be dropped. He's not playing well enough.
I agree. Listen. I would say 1 out of those 28, I'd say very good. But you can see the defensive frailties come out. I've seen it end of last season slowly, and I've seen it beginning of this season.
Afsal,
he's great
I want
going
to wrap
forward.
this up. So can we wrap this up, mate?
Just give me 2 more minutes. Just give me 2 more minutes. He's great going forward, but he's got a mistake in him. This just one more thing.
Go on, man.
Is that I don't think, if you had to say to anyone which of our squad would make it in Man U, Liverpool, Chelsea, or Man City's first 11, would you be able to bravely say one?
All right, Tierney gets in Man City's starting 11 over Benjamin Mendy or Zinchenko in a heartbeat, mate.
Maybe Tierney.
He gets in over Luke Shaw, who's had 1 good season in about a decade. He gets in over Ben Chilwell.
I rate Saka, but I don't think.
And he gets in over fucking Reguilon at Tottenham. He gets in every starting 11.
No, I wouldn't put Tierney ahead of Robertson or Shaw at this minute.
He won't get in over Robertson, maybe. Yeah, maybe that's the only one.
I don't
think but he gets in over Mendy. Yeah, we won't speak about Mendy. Yeah,
but over Zinchenko, over Chilwell, yes, but over Robertson and Shaw, no. But
over Shaw, definitely.
Oh, I don't think so. Shaw had a great season and a great Euros.
I don't care about Chilwell and Shaw. They've had 1 good season here and there, yeah? Tierney's fucking levels.
We'll see what happens
defensively and offensively.
We'll see what happens this season. But one more thing, Saka I rate highly, but obviously those other clubs have got top wingers. I don't want to sound negative. Obviously, I'm being negative, but there's nothing to be positive about at this moment, unfortunately.
Right, so give me a quick prediction. Where do you think we'll finish?
Oh, God. Probably like same as last season, probably. Probably 8th, maybe 7th, 8th.
Nah, come on, big up to you, man. Chig, what would you do to change the club real quick, man?
You're more like 14th at the moment.
I think 8th.
Yeah,
Lee, one more thing. Lee, we all know what's going to happen. Sorry. We all know what's going to happen, right? We're going to be 14th come Christmas. Then we're going to finish the season 8th, and everyone's going to be like,
"Oh, bollocks, that sound. Fuck off." At the end of the day, the way Arteta's going, no, you're deluded, man. At the end of the day, yeah, we're fucking 20th now. Yeah, we've got Norwich next. We're lucky to get a draw. Then we got fucking
Burnley. We ain't beaten them in 3 attempts under this manager, and then we got Tottenham.
What's going to happen?
He's already done the record on us, man. This fucking prick of a manager, mate. I'll tell you now. I'll put fucking 50 quid on it with you. That we'll be lucky to finish fucking 12th next season.
No, you think? I don't think he'll last the season.
Okay, let's save this for the group chat. Yeah, let's save this for the group chat. We've been going like 2 hours. 2 hours. Let Chig have his say.
You get
Afsal. Okay. I've been going 2 hours. It's 11:15 in Spain. I've got a vlog to edit, mate. I wanted to do an hour, yeah? Right. Let me get Chig's final thoughts. What would you do to change the club real quick, Chig? Where do you think we'll finish this season? Give me a rating for the transfer window, and then we're going to wrap this up. Big up to everyone watching. I wanted to do an hour. We've done 2 and a bit, and I need to bounce because my vlog needs to be out.
All right, I'll keep it simple.
Go on,
ungraded for the window, very simply because I think, like I said earlier, if you can spend 150 million and leave everybody so underwhelmed by your choices, you don't deserve a grade. Secondly, what would I do to improve the squad? Immediately, it's become so important now. I don't think you could just sack Arteta. I think we need to remove Edu as well. You could sack Vinay as well, but I think that one will be harder. But I think we need to remove the 2 Dudley twins because clearly these motherfuckers don't have a clue. between them. So I'd remove both of them and send them both to a table. And what was the other one? What was the last one?
Where we finished the season.
I think we'll finish. Honestly, I think 10th will be solid.
He'll get
10th will
sacked.
be solid.
He'll get sacked at some point this season.
10th would be solid. I think we're hoping that, like Afsal says, we'll be sacked. Maybe we'll go on a little run with a new manager, like an Eddie Howe. Rap.
And then it'll be a new trust the process again.
No, this is the thing. They can't sack him, which is why they've gone with Project Youth.
Because they spent so much money.
If they sack him, they cannot fucking force another process on us, which is why they've gone down the route of lowering the standards by buying kids. So then the majority will say, oh, okay, I'll believe in that for 2 years, which means that cunt keeps his fucking job, which is what they want. But anyway, I'm going to rant, so I need to wrap this up. Thank you to everyone watching live. Still 1,400. Make sure you go and subscribe to Chiggy Chig. Come on, my boy, my partner in Watchalongs. Guna Eagle Eye, link in the description. Kenny Ken 1972 on Insta and Twitter. Afsal's not got socials. He only wants his wife to follow him. And he's living his best life where you are right now. Unless
Lee, can I just one more thing?
I'm back in London.
Can I just say one more thing? And I do this all the time. What is Pirlo doing in London? Let's wrap up.
He's
trusting the process.
You said you've got to wrap up, Lee. You've got to wrap up.
I'm going. Group chat it up. Listen, make sure you follow. Make sure you follow this channel. Big up to 63,000.
Get the fuck out of my club.
You tell him, Jez. Come on.
The process.
Make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'll be back again tomorrow. I'm going to be on Matisse's channel. I'm not sure what time because that fucker can't organise a piss up in a pub. And I'm only joking. I love Matisse. Yeah, lateness is greatness. It might be a late stream tomorrow night rather than an early daytime. Make sure the pinned comment, you go and subscribe to the vlog channel. I'm going to edit a vlog real quick, and that'll be out within the next hour and 15 minutes. So make sure you go and subscribe to that.
Kenny, Chig, Afsal, and you, man. Great chat tonight.
Bluetooth.
Always love it.
We've done double what I wanted to do.
Yeah,
and I could have edited the vlog in that time, but who cares, man? We've had a great chat. There's been over 2,000 people watching. Yeah. And this is our group chat, people. So, yeah, the group chat came to YouTube real quick. And listen, we ain't out here deluded like some other channels out there giving 7s and 8s and 10s and all that. We say it as it is, man. Yeah. What Jez don't know about Arsenal ain't worth fucking knowing. The same with Kenny Ken. Afsal fucking goes everywhere watching this football club. Chiggy Chig bleeds this club and lives around the corner as well. And me, yeah, you can say what you want about me, yeah. No fucker can beat me on a debate about this club, and I've called everything fucking right for 2 years, yeah.
Afsal, I love you really, man.
Yeah, I'm just, you know what, like,
get a room. I'm going. Afsal, save it for the group chat. I'm going. I need to go. Love, I'm back again tomorrow. I'll tear the fuck out.
1 hour.